Okay, I'm recording our meeting now. Haha.
Yay!
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 But,
recording it because of the fact that if you put it on the YouTube, you would have had somebody's address on there.
see, Deb?
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
That
so
is,
you have to watch what you're holding right now.
that's right. I'll hold it this way. But
There you go.
you are so smart. So yeah, you can see they're like the padded, fun
Yeah.
colored envelopes.
Yeah.
And I like that because then you can it kind of feels like your sassy brand.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but where did you get it?
No, I'm gonna post a link for you.
Oh, okay.
Jessica,
You're
like,
like,
where'd you
"That's
get
cool.
it?
I get it. I understand what they look like. Just where did you get it from? Shut up.
Where'd you get it? Just tell me.
I want
yes.
it.
I know. I will post the link. So anyways, yay, we're starting team training. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for being on time. And like I said, I'm going to start giving away sachet cards for people who are on time because I'll say this, when I do my recognition, I want to give you guys treats, but I also want to give you things that are going to support your business in the future.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I give you business tools as much as I give you fun things too.
Awesome.
So, okay. Everybody's doing good. We already kind of had a little bit of a check-in. Jessica, how are you doing today?
I'm good. My daughter got her vaccines today, so she's not feeling too well.
Oh,
Yikes.
Yeah. So if you see me go off camera, you know why.
Yeah, I think she needs mommy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. All good. Okay. Well, tonight I wanted to talk a little bit about, well, first, before I start the actual training, does anybody have any questions about anything in general that you want to ask me that you've been thinking about during the week that I can answer? Because I just want to make sure that your questions get answered specifically. Deb, I will get back to you with some dates. I'm glad we're scheduling.
So I had one question, and it was from that big Zoom that we were on. We were all on where Jessica and Ashley got recognized, and they were talking about doing Facebook Live parties. I know, Jessica, you've done a couple of them. I'm working up to it, but I wanted to talk, to talk about that and how that works.
Oh, and you mean going live?
Just going live, yeah, and
Yeah. So Jessica, do you want to share your thoughts really quickly, and then I can share some more thoughts too?
I kind of just pick a topic of what I want to talk about. So in a party, if I want to explain to someone how a party works, then I will just talk about basically the structure of a party, because a lot of people agree to do one and then they don't really know what they're getting into or what to expect, because I didn't even know what to expect until I did my first launch party. Mm-hmm. So for example, yeah,
go ahead.
No, you can.
So when you go live and you're doing a Facebook Live party, I mean you can't really invite people because you're live. So do you just start talking and just interact with whoever starts watching?
You don't even have to interact with them. You just say what you need to say. And if someone comments and you see it, because it'll show you if they comment.
Okay.
Then you can basically respond.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, and that's super true. So so the Facebook Live party, the thing is, okay, so there's a couple of different ways you can do it when you have a party, right? You can have an event or a group or whatever where you're doing your party, and you can choose live before the actual event time. Makes sense? So you might set a party time, the party is going to be Sunday at 2:00, but when I'm doing the official party presentation of whatever I'm talking about. But for that, I can jump in the party and do a live and say, make sure you participate because I'm going to be playing lots of fun. I can do things like that.
Okay. I see.
Or you could decide for your party to not have a set time and just have a 5-day window. And every day you jump in and you're like, okay, today I want to do a live about JAFRA, or today I want to talk to you about you know, JAFRA Royal Color, and then you do a different live every day, and then you just encourage people like order whenever you want. Here's my link to this thing that I talked about, etc. So it really
I like that.
depends on your approach, and people have had success both ways. Like Ashley's girl Stephanie, who we have not technically had her party yet, so we haven't had the formal presentation part yet.
Right.
She is having her launch party and she already has $800 in sales because she did a couple different things, right? And she hasn't even gone live in a party yet, but she's done a couple different things like, oh, the first 5 people to order get a goodie bag from me, you know, so you can do stuff along the way to start the ordering process and then have the party. So when I talk about party, I mean like the official product.
The official product presentation.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
One thing I want to share with you guys too about Facebook Live, and this is like part of my little training I do for the Amber region, but I want to show you guys this. So when it comes to live and feeling, oh gosh, it has to go all the way back to the beginning, and feeling just like
You're a rabbit though.
really okay. So those rabbits are cool because they adapt depending on the weather. So if they're in the wind, if it's in a snowy climate, their fur turns white, and if they're like the spring climate, their fur turns brown to help camouflage them.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah. So when I did back when COVID started, I did a presentation for the Amber region on, you know, moving your business to entirely online, and just like you just got to adapt, and it can still really work, and it does work because, like I said. He's having an $800 party. I had a $700 party. It works. But when it comes to Facebook Lives, I want you guys to remember this, and this is a really great question, Lisa, this is a great question. Video content is the most popular, most watched content on Facebook. So people will always watch a video before they will like look at a static post.
Right.
So video content is so good about driving a following and building up a presence and all of that kind of stuff. So when I do a Facebook Live, and this normally like 9 times out of 10, not always, I just jumped in Stephanie's party and did a Facebook Live, but I knew what my point was. So I didn't need to write a script. But usually I write a script. Usually I have like an outline of what it is that I want to say. If I'm going to be talking about, you know, a product. So if I'm going to talk about the Boost line or something, I'm going to have like it outlined about like, what is it that's so great about the Boost line, all of those kinds of things, right? So I really prepare it. And you know, then I just take a deep breath. Sometimes I practice even like with the camera on, with my description in the live button, and I don't press go live yet. I just like practice it and see what it looks like even. And then I just do it. Then I just take a deep breath and I just go, and it's okay because no one's expecting you to be perfect. That's the beauty of live, is that it's live and people get that you're going to make mistakes, and that's kind of fun and interesting to them. And again, just like your content should be entertaining, it should be engaging, you should educate people. So, you know, again, when I'm preparing, I'm like, okay, what's the value of the Boost line? And I share that, or like, I say something like, oh my gosh, I always do something like that. Happy Friday. And then like sometimes I'll sing a song and then I'll be like, oh my gosh, put a comment below with a smiley face if you're feeling good this Friday, or like a frown if you're super tired this Friday, right? So you get people to like already start to comment, because the comments will also drive your Facebook Live up in people's feeds, so more people see the content. And then just number 3, like when you do a live, you should celebrate it. You should feel proud of yourself, because it is hard to put yourself out there. Share it to multiple platforms and be proud of yourself. Like celebrate what you did. And it doesn't have to be something that's super long, but you know, just put yourself out there and do it. So, and you can do that on your business page. You can do that in a party. There's lots of different ways to work a live to your advantage. Does that help?
Yeah. Oh, very much. Very much.
Okay. And when we have in the past, when I'm doing launch parties right now, I have everybody jump on, and then I can stream the Zoom meeting to Facebook Live. And that's like a super complicated next step level. And I'm not
Yeah.
do that. But
Yeah.
people can comment and participate in stuff because I want people to see like what's on the screen and see more people at once. And I don't think that rooms that you can take your Facebook rooms and go live with it too is something. So that's what I'm still trying to sort all that out. But
Yeah, that helps a lot. Yeah, that answers my question.
yeah, and some people choose to not go live at all during a party. And that's okay too. It still brings a lot of success. Like my $100 party, I did not go live once in it before the actual party. And, I still had great sales. So it really just depends.
Right.
And you kind of feel your audience out. Sometimes like I went live in my other party last night because I was like, okay, this is dead and need to do something to get going. And people might get a live notification if they've RSVP'd, and that's really good. So
right. Gotcha.
I like that about lives is that like anybody who's your friend or whatever or in that group will get a notification that you're going live, and that's really good too. And some people jump on and pay attention. Did you get your other parties set up and settled in?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. I've got two pending, you know, like I text, you know, messaged you before, you know, I just met a friend of a cousin, and I just, you know, gave her a June catalog, and she was already familiar with JAFRA for one thing, which was a good thing. And, you know, she's going through it, and she already, you know, wanted to order something. And I said, oh, great. Well, then we can have a party on Facebook since we're doing social distancing right now. So she's like, oh, great. So, you know, I'm going to follow up with her. I just don't want to, like, you know, keep hounding. You know, when are you going to have your party? When are you going to have your party? When are you going to have your party?
Yeah.
Because that way, you know, you lose people. You know, you lose people when you kind of become a broken record.
And we're going to kind of talk about that a little bit tonight, about hostess coaching and how to, like, bring people into the party if they've said it, and like all that kind of stuff too.
Yeah, so for me, like I had booked one, and the girl, she hasn't RSVP'd, and I messaged her. She saw the message, didn't reply, and you know, I messaged her again. She didn't reply, so I'm just like, I don't know if she still wants to do it or not.
This is the Gabriella girl?
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah,
so I'm
it's
just like,
you know, they ghost you, you know, and that's
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just like, like I mean, I didn't post anything today because she hasn't really said anything to me, and I don't want to annoy her, so I don't know what to do.
Yeah, same thing. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You know,
Yeah,
I don't want to keep asking if they're not responding. You know, I mean, Arlette, you know, she was the one after my launch party. She was the one that said, you know, to me the next day that she wanted to have a party. I'm like, great, you know, let's get this started. You know, let's do it next week. You know, and then, you know, she said, well, give me this week, which was, I think which was this week. And then she would get back to me. So, you know, I have text her one more or messaged her one more time since we talked. But I don't want to, like I, you know, I'm just like Jessica. I don't want to keep, you know, messaging her.
And all of that makes sense to me. Like I get that, and that's happened to me too, where people are like, "I so want to have a party," and they're so excited, they're like gone, and you're like, "Oh, okay."
So should I keep posting in it, or should I like?
So. What I was going to suggest is, I'm curious. So one of the tactics that I have used that has worked for me in the past with people who are like kind of ghosting, kind of whatever. I think one thing we always need to remember is that it's most likely not actually about us, why they're not getting back to us. So there's probably something going on in their lives. And also, how many times have you done this? At least I know I've done this a million times, where someone's texted me, I've looked at it, I'm like, respond to them in my brain. Or maybe I even start typing it out, and then I'm like, squirrel, or like kid thing, or like whatever, and then I go back and I'm like, oh gosh, I never responded to them, and then, you know, it's all this weird stuff. So I I have really learned to not internalize when people don't get back to me. Don't internalize it at all, because it has nothing to do with you at all. You're probably not being annoying, and you can't feel like they have invited you. They have asked for a party. They've invited you to do this with them. They've given you permission. So all you're doing is being a responsible business owner by getting back to them and saying, hey, I want to follow up. Are you interested in this? One thing that has worked well for me in the past is just honestly being like, hey, I'm saying this, I don't want to bug you, but I just wanted to know if you're still interested in doing this. My calendar is filling up and I just wanted to get really clear. It's honestly no worries if you're not able to do this right now. I just need to know for my own business purposes. Listen, I'm a boss. I have things I need to do. So let me clarify with you. I'm like, no worries. I don't even want to bug you. And I have found that when you kind of like disarm them that way, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, no. And then they get back to you. So I don't know what you wrote, Jessica, necessarily, but maybe try that strategy. Maybe one more time. And then, tomorrow, if there's nothing, say, hey, I've opened up your party. I've got it started. I noticed that you hadn't followed up. I just want to double check. I don't want to bug you.
Yeah, I had texted her today and I just said, hey girl, I see that you haven't put that you're going to the party and haven't invited anyone. Is it something you still wanted to do?
Perfect. That's good. That's perfect.
Yeah. But I don't know if I should keep posting in the event.
Yeah, and so what I would do is, since she's not, I would not post it in the event because your time is valuable. And then I would just, so you texted that yesterday, right?
Today at 4.
Okay. So
a few hours.
Yeah, I would give her till tomorrow around the same time, and then just be like, say something similar like, hey, again, I don't want to bug you. I just want to be clear if you're still interested. And, I'm trying to fill up my calendar this month, and it's all good. I just want to make time for somebody else who does want to do it. Sometimes it's like a reverse psychology thing with people.
It is. You take it away, and once you take something away, from them, without being rude or, you're not being rude, like, okay, like, you don't want to do this, fine. But you're just taking it away without making them feel guilty. And then like, oh, no, yeah, I really want to do it. Let's do it. If they really want to do it, they'll tell you, okay, yeah, let's do it this time.
Yeah, because she had said, because you know how I told you that I wanted to do the beauty one? And so I asked her, would you be interested in beauty or skincare? She said, either one is fine with me. I'm leaning more towards skincare because I'm trying to find a skincare routine that actually works for me.
Oh, so she's totally interested. I think there's probably something going on.
There's probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I should keep posting.
Yeah, post some skincare stuff in there if you want. But I mean, the party isn't till the 21st, right? Or something like that. So I don't feel like if you don't post in there and the next day that you've lost anything, because also nobody's invited yet. It's just me and you, I think, in there. So like, I would wait. I would wait until she confirms and invites people to start really posting in there. And then you can really kind of up your ante.
Okay, so I'll wait. I'll message her tomorrow, and then if she still doesn't respond within the day, then just
leave the event. Don't cancel it, because still you might want to give her a little bit more time. Because and did you confirm the date with her?
She said that was perfect because that's her day off.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Because one thing I like to do when I book parties with people is I say, what's better for you, a weekday or a weekend? And morning or evening. You always want to give people two choices. You want to make the decision as easy as possible. So like this or that, morning or night, weekend or weekday, whatever. That will really help people
make a decision. Exactly.
It'll be easy for them to like book that party or whatever. Hey, Krista, I'm so happy you're here. Yay. Are you going to show us your beautiful face? You're just going to, yes!
It looks awful.
You don't look awful. What are you talking about?
I gotta go.
No, there's no requirement. There's no requirement to show up. You just show up as you are.
Oh my God.
Krista, you guys, is a new consultant on Ashley's team. And yes, and she just had her launch party. That's her beautiful kiddo. Her son. What's your son's name?
Isaac.
Oh,
Isaac.
Hi, Isaac. I love that name. My brother's name is Isaac, so.
Your brother's name is Isaac.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's a good name.
it is a good name. All 5 of us have Bible names. I am 5 kids.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's Esther, Naomi, Agar, which a lot of people don't know what Agar is, but that's in Proverbs 30, and then Hannah, and then Isaac. So.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. So Krista is awesome. She just had her launch party last night, and I think it went really well. She had like 3 or 4 people attend. She's working on some orders, and it was really, really great. So.
Good. Yay.
Woo! So I was just kind of trying to get a really quick feel for questions that people had before I went to like the formal training part of it. But it's actually great because we're actually talking about parties and how to engage our hostesses and how to keep them, responsive and into the party and all of that kind of stuff. So Krista, if you have any questions along the way, just let me know. And we will go from there. So any more questions about some stuff that we've talked, like anything? It doesn't have to just be about parties.
I have questions about WhatsApp. I mean, people keep on talking about it. When I've gone into it, there's nothing there. So I don't know.
Are you in the 4 weeks to launch or the Amber Region Consultant?
I don't know how to get there. I mean,
I can invite you.
I'll have to do that at another time because it's a little confusing.
Jackie Geisinger would invite you to that. And the WhatsApp is just like a platform for all the new consultants to just chat, ask questions, learn about JAFRA. You kind of get a lot of the information that I share with you as well, like like 4 weeks to launch is coming up or 4 weeks to leadership or whatever. And it's like little, it's just kind of a place where new consultants can dialogue and learn from each other.
Okay.
But we do that here. We do that here.
Yes, we do that here. I'm curious, Jessica, what you think though, just being in the Amber Region Leaders WhatsApp for a little bit. Is it over?
I get so many notifications. I don't even look through them.
You should mute it.
And then when I tried getting the links, it wasn't even showing, I think because I wasn't in it previously.
Oh, you should mute the conversation because it's a lot of notifications. That's why I do try to protect my people, honestly, because it's so much information. Like everybody is typing. You have to think like
There's overload.
Thousands of consultants asking questions.
I don't need that.
I don't think so. I don't think you do, because what I try to do is give you what you really need to know.
Yeah.
Versus like just people talking, and then it ends up being like people post pictures of their dog, and I'm like, no, I don't have time for that. Like, no, I'm here to work. Stop it.
Yeah. Well, I like not working a full-time job like I used to, because you don't get all that hundreds of emails about anything and everything from people, your coworkers.
Yes, that's too much. I'm like, I don't
have time for that. You're
No.
like, Howard, I don't even have time for this. I'm working.
Right.
I do.
So I did have another question. For referrals, because I'm planning on having an in-person party here at my house this weekend, just for close friends and family. And it's kind of just like, because I have a lot of products, right?
Yeah.
And so how do I ask about referrals? Is there a sheet that I can print out, or?
That's great. So yeah, you could do a couple things. So there are some sheets that you could print out, but honestly, it's up to you. So you could, because we are part of JAFRA, you guys, but we are independent contractors. And especially for you, Jessica, if you have all that product at your house, honestly, if you wanted to sell it for $5 or $55, it's up to you because you've already bought it from JAFRA. So you have the power to create whatever kind of referral program you want to. So if it was a thing where it was like, okay, one thing I would say about referrals is the referral needs to do something. So don't just give me a name of somebody who is going to have a party or might buy something from me. When they buy from me, or when they book a party, or when they sponsor from me, then I will give you X. And you can decide what X is. X could be 25% off your next order. X could be like, you make a wish list and I'll give you the first item on your wish list, up to $50 or whatever. It's really what's up. You can customize it however you want. But one great question that I love to ask people is, who do you know? Who do you know that loves beauty products? Who do you know that, you know, cares about their skin, and, you know, always has to have their makeup done? I would love an introduction to somebody like that, because fill in your blank.
Or, like Jackie says, if not you, then who?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And again, it's that reverse psychology where a lot of times if you say to people, oh yeah, you probably wouldn't be interested in a business opportunity, but who do you know? Then people are like, wait, why not me? Then
Exactly.
Yeah, then they respond and they get interested and they want to know more about it.
Right.
I've sponsored many people that way, actually, being like, I know you're probably not interested, but you know somebody, and they're like, wait. I kind of
wait. What is it you're talking about? I want to know.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Why wouldn't I be interested?
Yes, it's like that reverse psychology, right? So that's what I like to say is like, who do you know? I'm looking for people who are. And I can even post a list of, I have a list of these characteristics. It's like 100 characteristics of like top leaders, like qualities, character qualities that they have. I'll post that. And look for, see, I'm saying things I'm going to post and then I'm like, watch me forget. So let me just write this down. Go through that list and identify a couple of characteristics of people that you want on your team, people who are your clients, because I will also tell you guys this, you don't have to work with everybody, and not everybody has to be your client. You don't have to be so desperate.
Oh,
Brian. Hi, Brian. And you don't have to be so
she didn't hear you.
that you work with people that you don't want to. Hi, Brian. Where are you? Come back.
Hey, hi, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. I'm so glad you're here, love. So just remember that, right? Like, I really want to encourage you guys to have an abundance mentality versus a scarcity mentality. So we don't work with every single person that has skin. Like, if you're not my person, that's okay. Like, you make up from Clinique and, you know? So just remember that too. Okay. Y'all have had great questions tonight. I love all these questions. I'm going to get to some screen sharing because we're already almost like most of the way through our time. And again, please just continue to ask me questions, interrupt me with whatever you have. But I want to do a couple things tonight. First, I want to do some recognition.
Yay!
These beauties, our new JAFRA leaders. So,
yay!
Yes, super excited for Ashley and for Jessica as they promoted to leadership roles in JAFRA. So Ashley's team is called the Beauty Addicts, and Jessica's team is called Beautiful Together. And so we're just so excited for all of these people who have joined their team and helped them reach their goals. Krista, see, you're on the PowerPoint slide yet again. You helped Ashley hit her goal. So thank you so much for letting them just, helping them soar and helping them make their dreams a reality. So yay, Jessica and Ashley, you guys are the best. We love you.
Awesome.
You guys did really well on the regional thing. I was really excited to have, hear you talk and stuff. It was so fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys were so good. I have Ashley, someone said to me yesterday, oh, what did they say? I wrote it down. I wrote it down. Where did I put it? Because I want you to hear this. I don't know where I put it. Oh, as many times as we can put Ashley on screen and in front of others, we are blessed. So I just want you to know you both have such a powerful voice, and everybody just adored your training the other day. So you guys are great. I'm so proud of you. Jackie is ecstatic over you both. She's just obsessed with how you've already sponsored 2 people, and she's
I got
just,
my JAFRA thing, the little gift today.
yay for Jackie. Yay!
Yeah.
Good. I'm so glad. Yay. So just congratulations, you guys. And Lisa, I know your time is coming right up. And Deb, eventually when you're ready to, you're going to be right there.
Okay.
So I just wanted to quickly go over just what's involved in being a manager. So when you promote to the first level of leadership as a manager, you get 11% commission of your team's wholesale amounts. So you know, every month you need to maintain a balance of $2,400 in sales as a team, and 4 people need to order. In addition to yourself, you yourself as the leader need to do at least 300 in sales. Oh my gosh, Stephanie, perfect timing. She can't hear me, but I'm so happy. Yes! Look, Stephanie, your name's on screen right here.
What?
Can you see your name on screen?
I'm looking. Yay!
There you are.
Does that mean I'm a leader? Wait, what does that mean?
No, it means you're part of Ashley's team.
Oh, got it. Okay, I was so confused.
Hey, guys, Lisa, Deb, Jessica, Stephanie is on Ashley's team, and she is the one having her launch party right now and has already had $800 in sales. So she's
Wow.
killing it.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. She's just killing it. So again, just want to really quickly review. So Jessica and Ashley are now making 11%. Their team hits $2,400 in sales. They're going to make 11% of the $1,200. So 50 off the 50%, just like we make 50% commission. So JAFRA pays another 11% on that 50% commission amount. They themselves as leaders need to at least do $300 or more to maintain their branch. So I just wanted to just share a little bit about how the compensation structure works, requirements are, and we're just so excited for them that they have become leaders in JAFRA.
That's awesome.
Also want to give a shout out to, again, Ashley and Jessica, to Tiffany and Sheila and Lisa.
Yay.
On track for their VIP bags. So good job, you guys. Super proud of you. So once you place your $400 order this month, or get up to $400 in orders, you will you'll have qualified for VIP, the VIP Club officially. And the next time you go into JAFRA Biz and place an order, that bag will be in the free products section at the bottom.
Yay.
Okay. Yeah, really exciting. So really quickly too, I was just trying to show everybody with what's involved with VIP. Wait, Jessica Lopez just snuck on the call. Whoa.
Yeah, I just sent her the link. I forgot to send it to her. So she's like,
Yes.
oh, I'm going on now.
I love it. She just snuck on the call like that. Hi, Jessica. You missed it. Your name was up on the board earlier for recognition and helping Ashley get to, not Ashley, to Jessica get to leadership. So thank you so much for your participation and your willingness to join our team. I'm so excited. I can't wait to meet you and talk to you more. So I just wanted to show this really quickly, the VIP Club. Stephanie, you're on track for this, but because it has to be in a given quarter of time, so it has to be, you know, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. When you do $400 consecutively in that three-month period, you qualify for the VIP Club in JAFRA. You get this awesome welcome package here on the left-hand corner. And then every month you get special gifts as well. So for quarter 2, everyone's gonna get this white bag. I don't know what we're gonna get for quarter 3, but Ashley, Jessica, Tiffany, Sheila, Lisa, they're all on track to get that bag. So we're really excited for them. And feel free to jump in and ask me any questions too. So that's just a little fun and recognition. So now I want to talk a little bit about hostess coaching, and we kind of we kind of already talked about this a little bit at the beginning of the party, but so many of you guys are having parties right now. And I really just want to, hostess coaching is a really big part of what we do, because it's not all on you to have a successful party. Have a hostess who's really engaged, like as we talked about earlier, and committed, because if she's engaged and committed, then, because it's her friends, right? So them better than you do. And when she's really bought in, it's going to really contribute to the success of your party. So one thing that's really important is you want to know what your hostess wants. What's her motivation? Why does she want to be a hostess? So ask her that question. What are you excited about? What do you want to get from this? You can, again, do your hostess rewards in a couple different ways. So for my $700 party, I booked that party with her because she was like, I want that 9-in-1 cleansing tool. What do I have to do to get it? I will do whatever I want. I want that for free. And I was like, okay, have a party with me. And when you hit $400 in sales, I'll give it to you for free. And then she wanted the Naviga Ocean Femme perfume as well. I said, okay, I'll give you that at $300 in party sales. And when you hit $400, I'll give you the foot tool for free. So now your hostesses are going to be that bold. Like my girl was just like, I know what I want. But find out what their motivation is, and then craft your hostess program to them and tell them how they can get that. You don't have to always do JAFRA's built-in hostess rewards program. It's but it's up to you. So you can see over here on the left-hand side, or on the right-hand side of the screen, this is a messenger chat, that I had with somebody from before. And I used to give $25 in free product for having 10 guests in attendance, having $100 in outside orders. So that was when we were meeting in person. So people who ordered before the party. Another 25 when you have, $400 to $600 in sales, another 25 when you get, 2 bookings. And then if I get a new team member, I'm going to give you another 25. So that's just an idea, but that goes to like my bullet number 2 is think about what you want from the party. What are the results that you want from the party? And then coach your hostess to that result. You don't yes, you want to know what's in it for her and what's going to motivate her, but you also have your own personal goals for a party. So you want to coach your hostess also towards your own personal goals. Give her a roadmap for success. You want her to, as much as yes, it's great, invite, 800 people to your party, especially since we're doing most of them right now on Facebook, that's great. I also have my hostess go and do personal invitations to each of her guests. So whether that's a text or a phone call or a Facebook Messenger, there's even little scripts that you can provide for them that they know what to say to that hostess, to say, to their friends, to say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited that you're going to come to my party. I can't wait to share this with you. It's going to be so much fun. So I can later on share some of those scripts as well about what you can say to people and how to encourage them to encourage their friends to show up for the party. And feel free to jump in with any questions if I'm just making no sense and you have questions as I go. I'm just trying to get through this so that we have a little bit more time for some other things at the end here. But, you want to keep her excited. You want to keep her engaged. And I have a couple different ideas I'm going to show you in a minute at the end how you can do that. You don't want to dump everything on her all at once. I like to dangle little carrots of oh, did you know that you can get this? Oh, did you know also this? Da, 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 and build that excitement and that momentum. You also want to include benefits for her friends. So what's it for her friends? Oh my gosh, your friends are going to get this exclusive deal on these items when you have a party with me for this. So Jessica, you have a product pack. And again, this is your business. So you could say, you know what? I'm giving away all of my Double Nature perfumes for $10 or something. And you can tell your hostess that and be like, oh my gosh, all your friends are going to get this perfume at $10 cost just because they're having a party with me. So make it exciting for her so that she wants to go back and tell her friends oh my gosh, this is going to be so much, she's doing this special offer just for us, etc. Emphasize the fun. We've talked about this before, but the number one reason why people book parties is to have fun. So hey, your friends are going to appreciate you so much when you have this party. I'm going to make it so much fun. They're going to just get to socialize and shop. It's going to be so easy, all of that kind of stuff. And, you know, you always want to say thank you after the party is over. Always have a thank you note. And again, we're on Facebook mostly right now. So JAFRA's given us those thank you images. I really like to do it anytime someone places an order is to immediately respond and say, thank you, whoever, for placing your order. Sometimes you can even share what they ordered to talk about that product so other people know, and it might generate interest. But always, after the party is truly closed, finished, and done, you still want to write a special thank you just to your hostess and acknowledge her for being willing to do that, for introducing you to people. And then even 2 weeks after the party, you want to follow up with them to make sure they got their products, to make sure they like their products, to make sure that nothing is going wrong with their products. And you want to do this for 2 reasons. One, because you want to give them an amazing experience from start to finish. And you just want to make sure that she's well taken care of. She's had a really positive, amazing experience with you having a party. And the reason you want that is because, yes, you want her reorders, but she might also be willing to have a party with you again if you really make it an amazing experience from start to finish and you really coach her on what she should do the entire time. Okay, so I guess 3 reasons. Another reason why it's really important to follow up and just really make sure your hostesses have a real great experience is because more often than not, your hostesses to team members. Because what you're really doing is you're training them on how to honestly do what you do. So, you know, you're reaching out to friends, you're engaging them, you're pulling them in, they're sharing little things here and there. As you give them a script like, hey, don't forget to remind your friends about this, that, and the other thing. If you notice that your hostess really enjoys that, she is the perfect person to join your team. And a lot of times hostesses will join your team. So you really want to give them an amazing experience of JAFRA, because if they love the product, they don't mind sharing it with their friends, why shouldn't they be a consultant? So I just want to plant that seed in your brain. So I really believe that this is like a summer recipe for success. This is a recipe for success. 6, 3, and 1. The goal for every party really should be $600 in sales, to walk away with 3 bookings, and to walk away with 1 sponsor already in the bag, or at least 1 sponsor lead, 1 viable sponsor lead. And again, that can often be your hostess, right? Because at every party, you're always talking about the opportunity. 600 in sales is really not that, it doesn't have to be as overwhelming to achieve as it might sound. It gets the hostess the very best benefits. Talked about this before too with 3 bookings. I would still rather walk away with a party with $200 in sales or $100 in sales and 3 future bookings than no bookings at all, because your future bookings are going to help your business to continue to grow and build momentum. So those bookings are really, really important. And you want to be talking about the advantages of holding your own party the entire time you're hosting the other party. And again, right now, parties are more on Facebook, so you know you have more opportunities to plant that seed. But if you know, this weekend when Jessica has her personal face-to-face party with family and friends, like, you should be like, oh, you love that mask, you could get that for free if you da-da-da-da-da. Or, oh my gosh, the hostess program that JAFRA has is really wonderful. You can get that product at a really deep discount, and those kinds of things. But this recipe of 6, 3, and 1 is something I really want you guys to hold in your head for this summer. Like, have these as goals. And because this is going to really, truly help you explode your business if a JAFRA is what you want. And again, you know, if you fall a little short, okay, so you only got $500 in sales. Oh, that's not, no one's going to be sad about that either. But have this as a goal. Have this as something that's an ideal thing. And if this feels too much for you, then set a different goal. But I have just found that when I've had parties that have had these similar results, my business thrives. And so I just wanted to put that out there as a model for you guys of how you can plan your success this summer. And we can kind of dive a little bit deeper into how do I get $600 in sales? How do I get free bookings? How do I get those sponsors? But think about that recipe, the 6, 3, and 1. So again, here's just the robust Hostess program. You guys will see this when you place a $400 order or more, when it's like achieved promotions you're not requesting at the bottom. It's like some of these things will come up and it'll be like level 1 Hostess, level 2, level 3. Krista, this is what I don't know if you're still here. Are you still here? Yeah. This is what I was talking about for Julie, who she might be interested in getting the longevity bomb. Well, if she wants to host a party for you and she has $300 in sales, she could get the longevity bomb for just $26. So basically you guys with the Hostess program that JAFRA has, they're basically just paying for the packaging, essentially. So they're paying for like the pretty gold top and the plastic and all of that. So they're not charging for the manufacturing. They're not charging for any of the other things. They're just, the Hostess is just paying for the packaging. Now it's up to you if you want to say to your Hostess, I'm going to give you this on deeply discounted, or if you're going to purchase that $26 item for them for free and give it to them. Just know that the Hostess rewards are not commissionable, so they don't count towards your personal retail sales for the month. So a lot of times for me, I would rather buy a full-size product at the retail sale if I needed those sales for the month. But that's up to you. I'm probably confusing you guys at this point.
Not at all.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure. So, because again, like if I'm not at my $400 mark, then I'm just going to purchase a longevity bomb, because still even a longevity bomb at 50% off is like, what, I don't know, $35 or something like that. So yes, the $26 is really nice for my Hostess, but you know, you have to kind of pay attention to where your goals are at for that given month. Okay. For my Hostess who had a $700 party, I gave her the 9-in-1 cleansing system. I gave her the Navigo Ocean for free because I had agreed to that, right? I knew what she wanted. But then she also wanted an eye cream and she loved the Defy stuff. And I said, look, girl, you're at this Royal Hostess level. You can purchase 3 of these products for $60. And so she did that too. I love, 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 and again, you know my whole thing is about queen bees and royalty and all that stuff. I love it when I love calling my hostesses my queen bee, right? Like when I do parties in real life, I put crowns on my hostesses. She gets to wear a tiara the entire time. I make a big deal, like you are my queen bee. You get to tell people what they can and can't do today. Like I make it a freaking crazy pants party. But I love the Royal Hostess level, you guys. And again, this is coaching to that 601. And you can coach your hostess to that. Say, if you hit a $600 party, oh my gosh, I'm going to give you these 3 products and this thing for free or whatever. Just decide what level you really want to tackle for your party and train your hostess to that. Just speak it to her and say, okay, we need to get this much in orders and blah, blah, blah. And it works, okay? So again, just wanted to show you this Royal Hostess level. You guys, this is actually a super steal. To pay $60 for these 3 products, give me a break. That is amazing. So yeah, she can do it as a hostess. Really quickly, and this is kind of the end of what I wanted to tell you. So they have JAFRA's Hostess Reward program that they can access. But there's also every month, JAFRA does something different for hostesses as well. So there's always a monthly party special, and then there's a monthly hostess offer. And it gets a little confusing, but the monthly party special does count towards your commission sales. So when you have a $400 order or more, you can get, for instance, this month, in the month of June, you can get this nail set. You get to choose, well, I guess you get, well, I don't know. I think you get to choose 3 polishes. You get the nail tools, you get the nail polish remover, and you get the the cotton pads, you get that for $21. That's $21 retail. So you get 1, 2, 3, like you get almost 10 items for $21 at retail. If you're at 50%, your cost is $10.50 for all of those items. Let me tell you something, you guys. When you have a $400 order and this drops in your Achieve promotions, never skip this. Because again, if you're gonna do goodie bags, or if you're gonna do a beauty box, or if you're gonna do giveaway gifts, that price, the price point on getting all of those items for $10.50 is nothing. That's amazing. So if you see the monthly party special in your Achieve promotions, always get it if you can. Because
And you can only get one?
you can only get one, yeah. No, wait.
Every $400 order?
Wait, it says no limit. Yeah, available with each $400 order or more. So yeah, so if you go in, Jessica, and you have one $400 order, you can get it. And then if you place another $400 order, you can get it again. But it has to be you doing it through JAFRA Biz. It can't be your client orders adding up to 400. You have to place one large cumulative order of $400.
So since I'm gonna be having that party this weekend here at home, so I put a cart together. Is there an option in JAFRA Biz where they can pay with me?
Yes, I'll show you that in just a second. Where you get those cards through JAFRA Biz, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hannah, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So now, so you have a $400 order, but if you had an $800 order, would they offer you two, or do you have to have two separate orders?
It has to be two separate orders.
Okay.
No, isn't that
Yeah.
stinky? No, I wish, but no, they don't.
Okay.
A great question, though. Super great question. Also, you guys, with the monthly party special, there's always instructions. So last month it was the JAFRA Royal Makeup Quads, and there was instructions about application. I love to save these pages because it's something you can read really quickly and share with your clients that makes you look really, really smart. And you just honestly read it from this page because JAFRA's already broken it down for you. So always pay attention to this in your action brochure because it's great tips and tricks about how to use different JAFRA products and get a really cool look and feel, and they always mix it up. So that is the monthly party special, and that's always commissionable. So meaning you will always get your 50, 30, 40, 50% off on it. Now, JAFRA, and you can use that however you want. You don't have to give it to your hostess. That's really more about a $400 order, that they're just calling it a party special, but it's really just about a $400 order and you get that offer. The monthly hostess offer over here with the boost, so this month is the summer boost mask set. So this is not commissionable. So you will pay $19 flat for $63 of products in value, and you will get the headband, you'll get the Boost Detox Clay Mask, you'll get the Skin Drench Mask, and you'll get that little applicator brush, and you will pay $19 non-retail. Still amazing. You should still get that because, again, you could divide it up, put it in your goodie bags, and it really hasn't cost you that much. Again, you're getting 4 products for $19. They're less than $5 each, right? So that's a really great deal. But the monthly hostess special offer, or the monthly hostess offer, is never commissionable, but it's always dirt cheap. And it changes, so it just depends. Like last month it was the gold line. I was not motivated to get the gold line. I have no clients who use the gold line, so I wasn't gonna get the monthly hostess offer. But I always get the monthly party special when I order my $400 order. And again, that monthly hostess offer will be under your achieved promotions section before you check out. What I really like about these two options, though, is that's something that you can kind of dangle in front of your hostess to keep her engaged. So first tell her, oh my gosh, you're going to get the Volcanic Micro Polish Mask just for booking a party. Thank you so much for booking a party with me. You're going to get this mask. And she's all excited. And you're like, okay, what's better for you? A weekday, a weeknight, or a weekend? You know, and you're booking it and you're like, okay, you know, you're communicating with her quite often, every other day if you can, right? And then you're like, oh, guess what? JAFRA just came out with an awesome monthly party special, and you get, this nail set. Are you interested in that? Is that something that would interest you? And she, she can say yes or no. If not that, then you can pivot to the monthly hostess offer and say, oh my gosh, this is actually really important too. So let me pop back to this real quick. So with the monthly party special, that you get that when you place a $400 order or more. With the monthly hostess offer, that comes with a $300 order or more. That will appear in your cart with a $300 order or more. So in truth, your hostess only has to get to that first hostess level of $300 in sales to get that offer at $19. For her to get a nail set, she has to do $400, which is also the level 2 in the hostess rewards system for JAFRA. Does that make sense? I know it's a little confusing, and I wish that everything was at 400, but it's not. So,
Oh, now that you say that, I have a question.
Yeah.
Which always confuses me.
Yeah.
So for a new consultant, for them to get to 50%, do they have to get 3 consecutive months of $300 to get to 50, or on their first month?
Yeah, so the first month, they will never get 50% when they first sign up. They'll only get, okay, since COVID, JAFRA has given new consultants 50% every single time because it's COVID and they're trying to just encourage people to just place orders. But prior to that, if they placed a $400 order, they would only get 40%. And I don't know when they're going to go back to that. But once they place that first $400 order, then in the month, so let's say I did that in June, then in the month of July, when they place a $300 order or more, they'll get 50% off. I don't know why. It's very confusing. JAFRA's done a lot of weird things with like 300 and 400 and blah, blah, blah. I always just encourage people to just do 400 because it makes it a lot simpler. Until they're like qualifying for a promotion or something like that, where you really could get by with like a $300 order depending on what's going on. But just to explain it really quickly, because I know that there's some new consultants on the call. So when you place an order from $1 to $299, that's where your 30% discount is. Then when you place an order from $300 to $399, that's where your 40% discount is. And then when you get your $400 orders and above, that's when you get 50%. But prior to COVID, for some reason, even when you ordered over $400 in product, as a new consultant, JAFRA only gave you 40%. Now, I don't know if they're going to change that indefinitely now. Now they're giving everybody 50% with a $100 order. And that's probably where the confusion comes in, when it's like, everybody gets 50%. And you're like, doesn't everybody get 50%? But no, actually everybody does not get 50%, which is silly.
But as of right now, they do.
Everybody gets 50% at 400 or more.
So if it changes next month, the consultants who already signed up will still have 50%, right?
Yes. But here's the thing with 50%. If I, let's say I order in January and I order $400 and I'm at my 50% or whatever, and then I don't order again until May and I order $400, I will not get 50%. You have to keep your account of actively ordering like at least every other month at the $400 mark to maintain your 50%. So that's why for inactive consultants, and this is like a whole nother thing, and we're already over time, so I don't want to keep you guys too much longer, but that's why for consultants who are inactive, if you go too long, even if you order like $700 in product, you're still only going to get 40% because you haven't. JAFRA rewards people for being consistent. That's why they've done it that way. So if you order every month at 300 or more, they're going to reward you for being consistent at 400 or more. They're going to reward you, and you'll always have your 50%, which is why I always tell people, just do 400 because it's going to make it the most simple for you. You're going to get the best benefits always. Does that make sense? But if
Yes.
you skip and you let it lag, like Deb, you ordered 400 in April.
April. Yeah.
So you, I think, still for June will have access to 50%.
Okay.
I think it's a 3-month cycle.
Okay.
You'll order, at least one $400 order in 3 months,
Mm-hmm.
lag, and you'll go back to 40%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And I have oh, you go ahead, Deb.
No, I'm done.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have a question. I was trying to place an order. I will be placing an order, but I think I might have missed it. What's a sponsor?
Yes. So a sponsor is what you are to Ashley. So Ashley added you to her team, and you are her sponsor. It's like she sponsored you onto her team. She recruited you, that kind of thing. Technically, JAFRA is moving away from the word sponsor because whatever, but it doesn't matter. That's what it is. You are a sponsor. She sponsored you. She brought you onto her team. She's your leader.
Okay.
That's what that means. So if you sponsored your husband with the starter kit and got the product back, he would be, in the way the lineage works, he would technically be under you because he's your sponsor.
Right.
Great question.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, that was a lot about hostess coaching, but it's really important because I really want you guys to understand, like, it's not only on you to make the party a success. Like, you really want to engage your hostess, and we can talk about like little scripts and things you can send her if you need to. And I have a couple things I'm going to post, random other things. And I'll post this training so you guys can go back and watch it too. And if you have any questions about hostess coaching, let me know. Deb, your new party in the calendar. You guys have been awesome. Any final questions about anything before we get off the call?
Yeah, I do. You know, I don't remember the lady who was talking on the annual meeting, and she was talking about how she's doing her Facebook parties. She's booking those in her group. She's creating a group for that party, then she's doing. So, what's the advantage of doing that compared to doing it from your business page or?
Yeah, great question. So, yes. So some people do their parties online in a group, meaning they it's not at a Facebook event. It's a private group that they've created. And honestly, I talked about this for a long time after that call with our social media director at JAFRA. And she honestly said, I really don't see an advantage to having a party in a group unless it's a launch party, which is with Stephanie, because the goal is that after Stephanie has her launch party, she's, invited all these people, she's gotten all this excitement. And now, instead of, if it was a one-off Facebook event, she would lose all of that following and all of that momentum. But now that they're in a group and people are starting to create relationships and conversation after her launch party, because right now her group is called Stephanie's Launch Party. After her party, she can rename it Stephanie's Glam Goddesses, and that can be her VIP group. And she can continue to sell to those same people who've already had questions answered. And now there's this really beautiful history that people can scroll down and look at and see. So, for you, Deb, for your relaunch party, I would do that in a group, and then we can get that group to your VIP group.
Okay.
Really the biggest advantage, honestly, that, and you can schedule posts in a group and do some other cool things in a group. But honestly, there is no major difference. To a group party versus an event.
Okay.
The feature is amazing. Don't get me wrong. I love scheduling things. But honestly, I think but if you have a hostess, I'm not going to schedule a hostess as part.
No. Okay.
Right.
So I'll just, because I've created a VIP group, I'll just change the name of that and make that my start.
Yes.
And then after the party, I'll change it back.
Yes, and then have invite everybody to it, because then this becomes like your basis.
Right.
It becomes like your bread and butter, where you're going to get your reorders, and you can do special things for just those clients who've already bought from you, etc.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense.
Okay. Great question. Okay, loves. I'm going to let you go. It's 6:15. This was a lot, a big download. You guys are amazing. I love you. Let me know if you have any more questions. You know that I'm always here for you. And I'm just so proud of each and every one of you. So just keep it going, keep shining. I'll post this as soon as we're done here. Jessica, thank you so much for joining us. It's so nice to see your face. Come again.
Hi, Jessica.
Thank
Yay.
you. Nice
You're
to
so
meet you guys.
welcome. It's nice to meet you too. Okay, you guys, I love
Okay,
you. We'll
bye.
talk soon.
Love you.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.